Hey guys, it's me, Ebony, and today I am going to be showing you a video on how the media influences our perception on an ideal body image for women. Enjoy and thank you. The idea of women being put under a physical standard originated in the 1800s. However, it wasn't until the early 1900s when trends for a woman's body started. In the 1910s, a long neck, slop shoulders, and a small waist was the body trend at the time. Then it switched over to the flapper body in the 1920s, which consisted of no cleavage, streamlined petite, and a straight as an arrow waist. Moving on to the 1930s, the soft siren body was considered to be perfect, and this consisted of the return of the waist and small curves. Following was the Star-Spangled Girl in the 1940s, which displayed a salute to broad shoulders and a military bust line. Then, in the 1950s, the hourglass had its turn, and this body trend consisted of round hips and a round butt, as well as a small waist. After was the twig in the 1960s, which had narrow hips and a slim figure and a flat stomach. Following is the disco diva in the 1970s, which had a long, lean body fit. In the 80s was the supermodel body, and this consisted of long legs and a slim body. And then in the 1990s, the wave body was trending, and this consisted of a small and slim framed body. After the 90s, leads us to our current day of what an ideal body is. In the mid-1600s, body image began to run its course. Women began buying wigs and corsets and began to worry about how they looked. Ads were trying to sell things like corsets, chin reducers, and sooner or later, ads were leaving women to believe that they were not the ideal body. Things were being produced such as obesity soap, which was essentially invented to wash your body away. When body fat began to play a role in what helped make a perfect body, ads telling women what to buy in order to shed off their fat was being distributed. Soon after, whatever body trend was in at that time, fat, skinny, tall, curvy, and so on, models who had that certain body type at that certain time were used in advertisements, campaigns, and much more in order to help the item being sold get sold. As you probably realize, these ads are in chronological order, and the more recent they get, the more provocative they appear, which can definitely cause female viewers to become more intimidated. For example, in this ad, it states, "Brown is beautiful," with the woman in a bikini and a slim figure with a gold-toned skin, giving women the impression that if they try it, they'll look like that. Same concept goes here with the tires and the beer. Women in men's product are all being promoted by women who are tall, thin, and not the average girl. These ads also can be very provocative, which make women gain very negative confidence. Females tend to idolize women like Kim Kardashian and other famous female models, and think that just because they don't look like them, they are not beautiful. And this isn't their fault. It's the media's fault for creating ads such as the Victoria's Secret campaign, The Perfect Body, which had a line of 5'11" slim models lined up with each other, portraying that if you didn't look like that, then you weren't considered to have the perfect body. Dove came up with the campaign, also called The Perfect Body, with women of numerous shapes and sizes to contradict Victoria's Secret's campaign. Another ad that upset people was the Chanel slogan, "Eating isn't very Chanel," which promotes anorexia. And along with this ad was another one that contradicted it as well. All of these ads promote women to look like them, especially in this particular one, with models all lined up together, which convey that skinny and tall women have power. Research says that women fail to understand that the idea of perfection to society is not indeed what it seems. Celebrities and models are constantly being photoshopped and edited in order to appear like they are perfect. They are constantly getting their flaws corrected. And in other words, it is physically impossible for women to achieve a body only technology is creating. So this ties into my next concept, which is reality. Women were taught since basically childhood that having height, a waist, curves, and a slim body was a necessity, thanks to Barbie. It is being argued that Barbie should begin to look like how she should look, and that is reality. People are beginning to argue, especially moms, that Barbie should begin to look like how a normal and average American woman does. The issue being discussed is that media gives us a false perception on beauty. It could lead to serious psychological and traumatizing issues such as anorexia, low self-esteem, bulimia, and much more. For example, a young girl on Twitter tweeted, "When a really pretty girl uploads a picture on Instagram and your confidence goes to zero, then you're just sitting there ugly." This is a perfect example as to how the media affects one's self-esteem. Here shows the statistics on factors that influences a girl's body image, with friends being in the running, family in strong seconds, fashion in third, and the media running on the fourth place. These body image statistics show that 80% of women say that the images of women on TV, movies, magazines, and ads make them feel insecure. 42% of girls first through third grade want to be thinner. 81% of 10-year-olds are afraid to be fat. The average American woman is 5'4" and weighs 140 pounds, while the average American model is 5'11" and weighs 117 pounds. Most fashion models are thinner than 98% of American women. The University of Stanford did a study last year on social media and how it affects self-esteem, and how it increases anxiety, and it is reported that 50% of their 298 participants said that their use of social networks like Facebook, Twitter, makes their lives worse. The study also reported that participants said their self-esteem suffers when they compare their own accomplishments to those of their online friends. In addition to this, a quarter of participants cited work or relationship difficulties because of online confrontations, and more than half reported that they feel worried or uncomfortable when they can't access Facebook or email. The study concluded that social media does cause low self-esteem and anxiety. Michelle Linker, 24, stated, "I absolutely feel insecure." Lindsay Corella says, "I deleted pictures that don't get enough likes." Summer Andrews says, "If it doesn't get enough likes, it goes down." Sweeta Taramai says, "I follow a lot of celebrities, and I know I can't compare with their looks." So as studies show, social media could potentially lead to anorexia, bulimia, and low self-esteem. The solution to my topic is simple, and the confidence plays a crucial role in our lives. Without it, society could tear us apart. Other situations consist of celebrities like Jennifer Lawrence, Demi Lovato, and other people who help those who struggle with their self-confidence. There are many campaigns that go against what society tells us what beautiful should be. For example, Dove comes up with campaigns for women that allow them to express themselves and reveal their inner beauty.